Hey, welcome back to Bible and Blues. Happy Sunday evening to you. I had a really good day and thought I'd finish it off with a live stream. If you hear a little racket happening, my son is earning computer time by cleaning the bathroom. So he's going to probably move the blue screen just a little bit. Yep, there it is right there. I'll get it back into place. Yeah, there we go. And he'll do a little back and forth here. So the blue screen might move a little bit. I know it says green screen, but you know what? In this case, with XSplit, I found that I'm watching the screen and try to get that close enough. I found with XSplit the blue works better, so it seems to react better with blue than it does with green. Go figure. So anyway, we're going to be doing Psalm 130 today. But if you have any questions for me, if you have any suggestions for me, now is a great time to pop off with them. We have a live chat going right now. Feel free to. It is turned on. No, I don't do super chat. I am nowhere near big enough. You need to have 10,000 subscribers to do super chat, and I have a long ways to go for that. So I do ever wish. I wish VidMe had live streaming. That'd be great. So, you're doing a good job there, kiddo.
Still got in the corner, though.
Yeah, well, you got work to do. Yeah. That's good. So, summertime, and he's off for the summer, and I don't blame him. I mean, if it was up to me, if I was his age, I'd want to do nothing but play video games all summer too. But you got to earn a little bit. So he's doing, he's up for it. He's willing to do it, and we're doing okay with that this summer so far. What kind of things do you guys do with your kids that deals with electronics? How do you handle these little things like too much time in front of the screens and not enough time getting outside and stuff like that? We belong to a small homeowners association. And out of that, we do have a pool, but it's only open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday kind of thing. So, and we got the permission slip in, the request slip in, kind of late. So he wasn't able to use it this weekend. So hopefully he'll be able to use it next weekend. So there's a pool there, so he can go do that. Last year he used the pool and he came home just a lobster. And I was when he came home, I was at a session meeting for church, which I was representing the deacons at the Presbyterian session meeting, and so I was getting these Marco Polos. I don't know if you ever use that particular program, but I was getting these Marco Polos of him just being miserable. So I picked up some aloe for him. So we have some aloe in the house now for it. So anyway, what else is going on? So played guitar at church today. This was the first for me. I've been playing guitar for a few years, and today was the first time for me to play on stage with the worship team at Sunday service. So it was a lot of fun. I think I played the electric guitar, and I think it went fairly well. There's some stuff that I just don't know because most of what I've ever done for playing has been by myself. Not in a group setting, not with a tech team or anything like that. It's just been, me either in front of the computer, or I take my acoustic guitar over to my church small group and I play for about 4 or 5 people. We worship together there. And I've done a little bit of, hey, plug in your thing to our system at open mics, just a little bit of that. And it's been quite a while since I've done it, so I'm probably a fair amount better since then. But so that's one of the things I did today, and I had a lot of fun with that. That was a lot of fun. I only had about, I found out that I was playing on Wednesday, and then I found out that 3 out of the 5 songs I had never heard before. So I had a few days to learn these songs completely. And then our worship director, she sings, really great person. She's, give her blessing. She's getting married here in about 2.5 months. So she came to our church, and she was, got the job, came to our church, moved here for the job, and met a guy from our church he's an elder too, He's a really nice guy, and they hit it off really good. Now they're getting married, and so the way things happen in life. She had to move across the country. She moved here. She was kind of Colorado born, lived in North Carolina at the time she took the job, and now she's here. So, but she's doing a great job. Really talented, very organized, very much unlike me. So talent and organized, yeah, neither one of those. Okay. So, by the way, just FYI, July is the last month before football starts. If you're a football fan, guess which team I root for. So, that being said, but yeah, so we played some songs, and I was on the electric guitar, and she sings in the key of D, which is not the key I'm accustomed to playing in, and so. The B minor is in there, which it's a couple of different ways of playing the B minor. But of course, then you have D minor 7 was involved in there somewhere. There was C sharp minor 7. Yeah, I mean these are some of the chords that we're playing. Now, if you don't play guitar or know music theory, this is all Greek to you, and I totally understand. A few years ago, it would have been complete utter Greek to me too. But so just suffice to know is I was making my hands do things they weren't accustomed to. I had to, kind of do a little bit of training in a few days to my hands. And I think I pulled it off fairly well. It wasn't great playing. It wasn't, there was no shredding involved. It was just a matter of, hey, come on now, let's just play in guitar. We're just having, I was just doing it and having fun, and it was great. And I'm looking forward to doing it again. I know her interest is I'm a utility player when it comes to music. I don't play any instrument really well. I play several different instruments, but no one of them am I really good at. And I can you give me time, I'm going to get some stuff going on for something. Sometimes I need a little more time than others. But I know she's interested in my mandolin and my cigar box guitars. So some of you have been following me for a while. You know about those cigar box guitars. Then also. A little bit of bass, and of course the guitar, electric guitar, and acoustic guitar. So, and so that's kind of what I did today. That was my day, and that's I think that definitely was a highlight of my day was playing there. So my son has taken an interest in the videography, so he's running the video camera a little bit, and I think I want we'll see where he goes with that. See if he just runs cameras or if he just gets involved, if he wants to get involved in the editing and things like that, which is way above what I do here. So, and so it's, because usually a lot of times there are 2 cameras running. If, so sometimes it's 2 cameras, sometimes it's 3. So typically we're running, one or 2 cameras. So that gives a higher end. So anyway, how long have I been going here? I've been going for a few minutes. I really should get back into the reading because dinner is in the oven and it'll be ready in about 20 minutes. So we do need to do this. So, anyway, without further ado, it is getting kind of warm in here. I shut fans off and stuff because, for the filming purposes, for purposes of a live stream, so that you guys wouldn't have to sit there and listen to a fan. But Psalm 130, another song of ascents. Okay, we have about 4 more of these after today. These, again, touching on the reason why, where these come from. These come from ancient days of pilgrimages. And I think it'd be a great project, actually, to take these and put them into more modern instruments. And I'm sure people have done it. I've heard some of these things, come into play in some modern Christian music. But a lot of times they won't. I'll apologize. I'm sorry that that happened. This is an XSplit issue right here. And the stream is resumed. Hopefully, didn't lose that one person watching today. It's continued on. It's just kind of resumed. I apologize for that. Something about XSplit is having problems over time. I went through and I cleaned up the computer and everything. Got a bunch of my old files, moved them over to my other hard drive and all that stuff. And I was kind of hoping that would help, but apparently that's not part of the issue. I freed up the computer, freed up the whole thing, and it's still doing this. So I apologize. I'll try. I'm gonna work on finding another system I can use. Since I use free, I doubt I'm gonna get a whole lot of love from XSplit as far as what's happening. There was an update not too long ago, and that might have something to do with it. There might be another update coming soon because of that. I should probably go in and check for updates on it too. So without further ado, since XSplit is giving us problems, we're going to go ahead and continue on here. Now we're going to read Psalm 130, a song of ascents. Out of the depths I cry to you, O Lord. O Lord, hear my voice. Let your ears be attentive to my cry for mercy. If you, O Lord, kept a secret of sins, O Lord, who could stand? Let me read that. If you, O Lord, kept a record of sins, O Lord, who could stand? But with you there is forgiveness, therefore you are feared. I wait for the Lord, my soul waits, and in his word I put my hope. My soul waits for the Lord more than the watchmen wait for the morning, more than the watchmen wait for the morning. O Israel, put your hope in the Lord, for the Lord is unfailing love, and with him is full redemption. He himself will redeem Israel from all their sins. Here is the reading of the Lord. Thanks be to God. So, and yes, it did repeat that. My soul waits for the Lord more than the watchmen wait for the morning, more than the watchmen wait for the morning. That gives it, and always when you're reading the Bible, they instead of capitalizing, we do all caps now instead of exclamation points, and this is how in their writing they gave more emphasis to something. They repeat it. Okay, more than watchmen wait for the morning, more than watchmen wait for the morning. My soul waits for the Lord. Okay, and so. And this is such an important aspect. If you think about what a watchman is doing when he is waiting for morning, okay, morning signified safety because you could see now. Okay, a watchman who is watching in the dark really can't see, and in a time where attacks and things like that were happening, being the watchman overnight, it was a very important job. And if you fell asleep, you could be killed for it. So. The watchman waits, is waiting for the morning with anticipation and it's relief when the morning comes. And my soul waits for the Lord and the relief we will feel when that happens. And so that's where that can come in. But if you, O Lord, kept a record of sins, O Lord, who could stand? Certainly not I. Okay, not happening. Okay. And I think most of us, when we who are believers, one of the aspects of being a believer is that you understand that the fault that's in you, the sin that's in you, that is so important. That is such a very important part of our forgiveness. The need to be forgiven of our sins. Okay, and here is in Psalm 130, which is long before Jesus. And they were, with you there is forgiveness, therefore you are feared. Okay. So tell me what you thought about it. Give me your opinion of it. We had about 15 minutes of live stream here today. I usually do them about this long. Do you play for your worship team? Do you play an instrument? Are you active in your church? I know at least one of the people that watch, unfortunately, he can't be. He's because of disabilities. There's people that can't be because of disabilities. My wife would have a very difficult time, doing a lot for the church, but she definitely puts the effort forth. She wants to be involved, and she does put the effort forth, and that really is important. It's the effort that counts because, all these jobs need to get done. And here's the funny thing about church is that, and it's everywhere in the world. 10% of the people do 90% of the work, and that's true everywhere. Okay, if you look at if you go to your job, if you look at what's happening at your work, if you look at what's happening in a volunteer situation that you're in, if you look what's happening in your house, 10% of the people do 90% of the work, and so these things, this is a real aspect of it. So boy's trying to sneak by the screen again. Looks like he's actually managing it. Well, he did pretty good. It moved a little bit, not much. You got to kind of look down low. If you look down low in in these corners over here, you'll see where where it moves around a little bit when he sneaks by.
Hello.
Yeah, there he is. So.
Am I interrupting your live stream?
Yes, you're interrupting my live stream.
Good.
Okay.
Like, how many people are watching?
Right now, only one is watching, but he's been watching from the beginning, and he stuck around when XSplit crashed, which means my entire stream crashed down, and I had to bring the whole thing back up, and it came back, and he was still there, and I appreciate that. You got to honor that. So, hey, there you go. Anyway, so beyond that, hey, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for being here. You have a great rest of your Sunday, and I'll talk to you later. I have dinner in the oven. It should be ready in about 5 to 10 more minutes. How much time is on the oven, kiddo?
20 minutes.
20 minutes is still left on there?
Yeah, 19:55.
Wow, we still have 20 minutes. You want to talk for a while? I'm just kidding. So, thanks a lot. I'll talk to you later.